It's NBA action on EA. Won by the Lakers. Davis. And Cousins throwing it down.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
Booker in a matchup with Boogie. Steps through and scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
LeBron James wants it. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Got it to go. And the foul. Get off the tracks. The train's coming through.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Suns with the basketball. Booker to Rubio. And the Lakers with the rebound. To Danny Green. Goes to the left side. Davis. His first effort off the mark. DeMarcus Cousins. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
I got him. Here we go.
Rubio. And they call the foul. Got the breeze there, Jet.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Devin Booker. Off the mark. To Danny Green. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Booker to Kelly Oubre. Off the assist.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Danny Green can't get down to go. Defense all over him. It's Phoenix ball. And the Lakers have the rebound. Davis to Kyle Kuzma for 3. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you got to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Booker to Kelly Oubre. DeMarcus Cousins snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. That's now 4. He hasn't missed. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter.
If you're searching only for summer basketball games, space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more details.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for L.A.
Danny Green to Caldwell Pope. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Caldwell Pope to Davis. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. No good. To Kelly Oubre. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Caldwell Pope. DeMarcus Cousins. That's now 5 in a row without a single miss.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Kelly Oubre. Trying to cash in. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Phoenix with it. Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. Probing the defense. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Gets it in the right corner. Booker, wide open look, won't go.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Booker with it. 9-point margin. JaVale McGee sends it away. And he'll head to the line.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Deep three at the buzzer. Three at the buzzer is good. They're getting close to this one. They're right back in it after one quarter of play. Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Suns ball to Crawford. Here comes the screen.
Yeah.
Sizing up the defense. Crawford.
Okay, thank you.
JaVale McGee sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
LeBron with it up top. It's an 8-point lead. Foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Whoops. That won't go. To James. Has a chance. LeBron James. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the...
Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Crawford. No good. Defense catching a break there. JaVale McGee with the block.
And that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Runner's good there.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
DeMarcus Cousins pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Danny Green to Cousins. Lets it fly from long range. And DeMarcus Cousins buries the three with a hand in his face.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Kelly Oubre. Lakers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Cruises inside for two.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
JaVale McGee with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Rubio to Crawford. Going to launch beyond the arc. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Caldwell Pope. Can't connect. The follow won't go either. Here's Rubio up top. Trailing by 14. Anthony Davis rejects it. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Mikal Bridges. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. And that's going to get out of bounds off a Laker. Time to shuffle things up. Shot no good there for Booker. Davis. Down low to Cousins. Nice pass to set things up.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Into the front court. It's Booker. His guys down big. Mikal Bridges. And
Oh, you faggot.
Simple touch foul.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Coming out. Danny Green coming in.
Booker to Mikal Bridges. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Lays it up and in.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
It's James controlling the offense. To Kyle Kuzma. And a nice finish at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Rubio into the front court. Down a bundle. Anthony Davis swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
from the painted area won't go down.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Oubre, deep left corner, fires the 3, and the rebound taken down by the Lakers. To Danny Green. Cashes in for 2.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. It's James. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kyle Kuzma. Textbook defense. Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Lakers absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Suns did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Phoenix has the ball. Rubio to Mikal Bridges. Look out, Devin Booker, 3 for 6 now.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Booker with it. He'll run the offense. And the finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Davis. Has a look. He's looking for that touch.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Crawford to Mikal Bridges. With the fadeaway. Earns him for the basket.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
LeBron James, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 73%. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Suns control the possession. Rubio to Booker. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
To James. Trying to cash in. LeBron shot. That's no good. Here's Rubio into the front court. Trailing by 15. It goes down.
I got it. I had it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
13, huh?
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw's good, a 3-point play, and the lead back down to 12. Lakers ball. James. They get it to Kuzma, down low. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Kelly Oubre. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Danny Green. This will be out of bounds off of Davis.
Fucking went out of bounds. Playing basketball.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Crawford to Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Cousins off the mark. Into the front court, it's Booker. The deficit now up to a dozen. Look out, Devin Booker. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. LBJ has it.
Won't go. Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win the defensive battle.
James into the front court. His team on top by 8. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2. Elio Kobo at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Caldwell Pope. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Crawford to Kelly Oubre. Crawford. Over to the right side. Devin Booker. The screen sets him up for 2.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
McGee powers it through.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Crawford. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. LeBron James with the rock. Goes to the left side. Beyond the arc for 3. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
LeBron into the front court. His team up by 7. Finger roll, finishing with finesse. Booker with it. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Huh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Oh, knocked him good.
JaVale McGee trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. So far, it's been all Lakers. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Goes to the right side. Has a chance. Kuzma can't connect. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
JaVale McGee at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 66% in this contest. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Great pass to set it up. LeBron James tips it.
Just waiting
He
for
brought that
that.
with authority.
And he scores, plus the foul. Patented move for Anthony Davis, and a chance at three.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Anthony Davis trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Booker to Crawford. And he's going to the free throw line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And hits the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
To Booker. Missed a wide open look. To Caldwell Pope. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. LeBron James. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Devin Booker has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Nope, first one does not go. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. It's James controlling the offense. Gets it in the left corner. Caldwell Pope. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Crawford. The pass set it all up.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
LeBron into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Deep right corner. 4-3. It's no good. Shots not going down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds it inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard to dunk that basket.
No issues for Kuzma. Hand in his face, he drills it.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
To Kyle Kuzma. Anthony Davis lets it go. Add 2 points to the board.
The versatility of Anthony Davis makes him one of the most special players in the league today. He can score on you with his back to the basket, but if you also leave him open on the perimeter, he's going to knock that down with ease.
Here's Booker on the drive, but a shot misses. Across the timeline comes James. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Cousins. And counted at the rim.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Now a whistle. We'll get a timeout from Phoenix as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Kuzma to Davis. And the bucket's good for DeMarcus.
And I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Mikal Bridges forced that one. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Rubio can't get that one to fall. To Kyle Kuzma, the drive, right to the basket, and he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Suns with the basketball. Not that time. LeBron with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Cousins. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To James, trying to cash in. Shot by James off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short on the shot.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Lakers could not have been more dominant in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.